Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about 1,000-Pound Sisters, Season 7, Episodes 7 and 8.
Listen, we finally getting to it. I'm sorry for the wait, but I need you to subscribe, like, share, and comment. You ready, Blair?
Yes.
Subscribe, share. Subscribe, like, share, comment. There we go. All the above. Let's get into these 2 episodes.
Okay, so main points from Episode 7. Amy went back to court. She paid some fines, and Brian still has to pay his. Amy said that she was going to go back to see Dr. Smith to see where she's at and where she needs to be when it comes to weight loss. This is when the family is having the final dinner before they see Tammy off for her surgery because she has a wedding dress to fit into. Tammy found out that Amy was 250 and she is 216 and she's happy that Amy's going to get back on track, and she tells her, it seemed like you were upset that I was smaller than you. Amy didn't respond to that because she's happy for her sister. She felt like Tammy was projecting what she thinks Amy should feel. So they go for Tammy's skin removal surgery. They're all just exhausted, just in the waiting room of the lobby, just trying to get updates from the surgeons. And Amy farts in the waiting room, and Amanda and everybody's looking at her like she's crazy, and she's upset because people are talking bad about her.
Now, let's talk about this episode just a little bit. Do you think Tammy was projecting?
No, I think that she can sense that there's something going on with Amy. I think that there's a lot going on with Amy, actually. And I think one of those things might be a little bit of insecurity that she is smaller than Tammy, because I feel like when Amy was asking Tammy what size she wears, and I feel like she was low-key kind of trying to compare the fact that she didn't want to step on the scale when they did that activity. So I'm just like, there might be something that Amy is picking up. Tammy's picking up on that Amy is acting a little bit different towards her. You know,
the reason why I say that is because it's not the first time that Tammy has alluded that someone feels some type of way because I'm smaller than them or that I lost the weight. And because she did that with Amanda. Remember when Amanda and her went at it, she was like, oh, you're not the good looking sister anymore or something like that. And I'm like, maybe Amy got a point, but that point is so small.
Tammy?
No. Amy
has a point.
Amy have a point, and that point is so small when it comes to Tammy is projecting, and I'm just like, because everything is wrong with Amy. And it's not just as simple as, oh, Tammy may feel some type of way. I'm really happy for my sister. I think here's the thing about it. I don't know how I would be related to Amy, because Amy problems is really reoccurring every it's almost like every year is Groundhog Day, and we going through the same season, or like whatever season we're in, it is extended. It just seems like deja vu with Amy, and Amy's over here, of course, mad and sad that, oh, my family don't like me, I don't have no family, they don't take me seriously. But at the same time, you over here farting in public as if like you back home in Kentucky. Y'all not in Kentucky, y'all in a major city. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, I really don't understand why Amy felt the need to like do that. You get what I'm saying? And then be mad at everyone's reaction. Like it was out of place, immature. And you over here talking about you want to be somebody's wife and you want to be married and things like that, and they still viewing you as a child. How are you talking about getting married, trying to lose weight to fit into a dress? Whole time I just got done driving you and your fiance to court because y'all couldn't really be mature when you got bit by a Campbell. So like that's why I'm like, if you want to be taken seriously, you have to be serious. And so far, Amy have not been serious throughout this whole duration of the show. At all.
And that's exactly how I feel. I feel like in order to be taken seriously, you do need to be acting a little bit more like an adult and a little more serious. For her to want to have this wedding, have it wherever she wants to have it, and have a tantrum when people say they don't want to go to a haunted place. I mean, how can they respect where you're coming from when you just break out in a tantrum? You can tell them, okay, where do you guys think I should have it? Or where would you guys, be willing to come to if it's that important for your family to be there? Or if it's that important for you to have it there, then, well, I'll see y'all at the house. Amy's not, I feel like she's moving on her own accord, but it's like she needs the whole family to back everything she's doing, and she's moving erratic.
Here's the thing about that. They are using the excuse because, truth be told, the family don't support the relationship off top.
Yeah.
Right. They don't support her moving in with the guy with the kids. They don't support the relationship. Them deciding to wanting to have a wedding inside like this haunted house and things like that. It's just confirming what they already felt previously about y'all not serious. Y'all just over here thinking y'all kids. Y'all grown kids. Why? Who wants to have a wedding in a haunted house? I do. Okay, whatever. So with them basically saying like, hey, I'm not doing that. That is their way of basically using that as the vehicle of we don't support this union. Of course, later on, we going to see Tammy and Amy's conversation. But overall, the overall feeling that everybody feels with Amy, they don't support them being together because y'all almost got locked up together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Amy was having this full-blown meltdown after she farted.
Yeah.
And talking about that she is still going to be here for Tammy, even if Tammy's not going to be here for her wedding. And Chris was talking about, look, I got enough demons in myself. I don't need one on my back by going to your wedding.
Yeah.
So Tammy, we learned, was in surgery for 8 hours. That was a very long surgery. They removed 10.5 pounds of skin. They were missing a needle, but they confirmed they didn't leave it in her. So that's very good.
I hope. Yeah.
So Amanda ended up going back to the hotel once she hears that Tammy was awake and breathing because she was exhausted. So she didn't wait to see Tammy actually wake up.
Stop right there. Is that a problem to you?
It's not a problem to me.
Me neither.
And the reason I don't think it's a problem is because it's not like Tammy would have woken up by herself. Chris and Amy were there. And the fact that Amanda got word from the nurse that she was okay, if Amanda needed a minute to get herself together or just to lay down and see her the next morning, I'm okay with that.
Here's the reason why I'm 100% okay outside of what you just said. They are in a whole different state. She's going down the street to the hotel, right? It's one thing if, you know what, I'm going home, blah, 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 blah. Like, Amanda can't go nowhere.
Yeah.
Dude, you get what I'm saying? Compared to what Amy about to do. What Amy about to do, to me, is actually more bad than what Amanda did. I understand in that moment that you would think that after 8 hours and things like that, someone that's close to you like your sister, you want to at least lay eyes on them, right?
Yeah.
But that's the whole point of having multiple siblings. Like Chris, we already knew Chris was going to stay the whole time, right? So that's why I'm like, I would have liked for Amanda to be there because literally, like, if she was there for the whole 8 hours, basically. And left at the last 10 minutes. I would have like, you could have waited an extra 10 minutes, 15 minutes and things like that. But at the end of the day, I don't think it was that bad.
Yeah. So Amy and Chris go back to see Tammy when she wakes up. They, of course, were happy that she made it through. Tammy's asking where Amanda is, and Amy doesn't see why Amanda couldn't wait 5 more minutes to see her sister.
Yeah.
So Amy immediately tells Tammy, just to let you know, I'm leaving the next day. She was going to stay for a couple of days, but she's not going to stay here and be hurt by her siblings. Chris thought that it was messed up of Amy to say she was leaving as soon as Tammy's eyes opened up, pretty much.
Yeah, this is worse in my opinion because even though Tammy asked about Amanda, I don't know if Tammy gonna remember asking about Amanda.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So you basically, truth be told, you going to see Tammy straight out of surgery while she's still drugged up, while she's still in recovery and things like that. That wasn't for Tammy. That was for your peace of mind, Amy. That was for you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because what you did the next day of actually getting somebody to come pick you up and take you all the way back home, that's selfish. Because by that time, you know, the drugs go wear off. She's going to be more alert. And guess who's there the next day? Amanda. So it's not even like a big deal to anybody that Amanda wasn't there. In this moment, I kind of saw in Chris' face, if you really pay attention, Chris wanted to crash out on Amy. Because I think when we look at the show, we look at it and we say, I don't know how Chris does it. Eventually, Chris gonna get tired. Chris is gonna basically cut everybody off. And really what you saw in this episode, Chris ain't never gonna cut his sisters off. Because he really feels like a father figure and he really do love his sisters. So when he heard that Amy is leaving, you could tell in that moment that, you know what? I'm just going to be here for Tammy, and I'm just going to do my part, even though Amanda may have went back to the hotel. Amanda, if you're going to leave, I say leave 4 hours into it. Don't leave 8 hours into it when, 10 minutes later, they say you can go see her and things of that nature. But I think you informed me during the show, Blair, that, Amanda may have been going through some things that she didn't know that she was going through.
Some health issues.
Yeah, some health issues. So, maybe she wasn't really feeling well because, eventually she ended up in the hospital, and hopefully she's doing better today in real time. But no, what Amy did is out of line, in in my opinion.
Yeah, and especially the fact that she just woke up and you're telling her that you're leaving.
Yeah.
Like, I just felt like bad timing. You know, you couldn't wait to leave till the next day. I mean, it's not like you were even going to be hanging out with your siblings. Go back to your room and go to sleep. Get on the phone with Brian if you want to so bad.
Yeah.
Like, I just, like you said, I think that was like really selfish. And if you were planning to be there a couple of days, if you wanted to cut your trip short, at least see her the next day, spend time with her, and just, you know, make sure that she can, you know, appreciate the time that you're there, that you have set aside for her.
Yeah.
So Amy is back home. Brian picked her up from the airport, and she fills him in on the issues. She says that her fart did smell. It was probably one of the worst smells. Amy was thinking, why am I here if Tammy wouldn't even come to my wedding? Tammy apparently sent Amy some texts saying that she abandoned her, and Amy is feeling like the black flea of the family. People talk about her sleeping, eating. She can't do anything right.
What are your thoughts on that?
I think that I wish Tammy wouldn't have sent her those texts, but they gonna do what they gonna do as siblings. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of like, Tammy, just worry about you and your health. You can't control what other people decide to do and how they show up for you. But I can understand Amy's position of that. I'm having this wedding, this huge celebration for my life, and I feel like I'm not getting the same support in return. It's just like Amy's only hearing half of what they're saying. And I don't know how anyone could get the full thing through to Amy that although we may not support the way that you're moving in this relationship, it's really the location that is the reason why we won't be there, you know? And then for her feeling like the black flea of the family, and the thing is, they all rag on each other. And I think that Amy is just in a very sensitive position right now for a multitude of reasons. Maybe because she was going through a divorce, she's dealing with 2 kids under 2. Her weight loss isn't going the way that she wanted it to. She found this man, and it's like this man is supposed to be the thing that's supposed to make her life brighten up, but nobody is agreeing that that's the reason why you should be happy. Like, you need to be on track for you and your kids, not for the stranger, you know?
Yeah, she says she feels like she can't do anything right. My response to that is, well, do something right.
Yeah.
Like when are we going to stop dealing with Amy with kid gloves and things like that? Amy, you are not only somebody's sibling, you are somebody's mother. You get what I'm saying? And you can't afford to be unstable and things of that nature, because the law already got its eyes on you based off of how you got in trouble with the camel. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, you do make a good point that you wish in that moment Tammy did not send those texts, because at the end of the day, even though it is about Tammy and how she left Tammy in Pittsburgh and things of that nature, Tammy is going to make it about Tammy in some form or fashion. You get what? You abandoned me. I think that's a little much. You get what I'm saying? I saw you last night. You probably don't remember, and Tammy said she didn't remember, right? But I think they both have a habit. There's something in this family amongst the sisters that we've seen, that they kind of do take these general moments and they really personalize it. So you have Amy over here feeling like she's the black flea. You have Tammy feeling like you abandoned me. You get what I'm saying? Whole time, Chris can't go to the haunted house because his wife ain't making him go. Listen, you ain't go, whatever you going, you ain't coming back after you come with all these spirits and
Brittany
things like
ain't
that.
playing that.
Brittany ain't playing that. Brittany said, look, I already got sit in the back whenever I ride in the car with y'all. You ain't going to no haunted house.
Yeah.
And that's facts, right? But like I said, no one supports the union. No one is fighting for the union. So of course, anything that they have to do, any extracurricular activities they have to do to support the union, they're not going to do it because they already don't support the union. So I think Amy just needs to grow up, in my opinion.
So Amanda and Chris visit Tammy at the hospital.
Yeah.
She apologized to Tammy for not being there when she woke up, but she's been by her side ever since.
See?
We see that her arms actually look great. They took a lot of skin off. Her belly is a lot smaller, and they also removed the bandages around her neck, and the turkey gobbler is gone.
Yeah.
Apparently, the doctors asked her for old pictures to try to recreate the jawline that she probably had in her youth when she was smaller. But we see the old pictures, and Tammy has been big all her life. She's never had a jawline. So I'm just kind of looking at just the victories that Tammy has had, number one, in her mobility, but number two, the fact that she has a jawline. Like, this is her first time in her life that she has had a jawline. And I think that's huge, you know?
Yeah. I'm happy for Tammy. This is a long, how many seasons of the show? We seen Tammy literally.
It's been years.
We seen literally Tammy at her worst. Like literally at her worst. And now things are actually turning up for Tammy. Here's the thing about it. I think Amy needs to understand that, hey, you ain't the black Flea of the family. Not completely. You probably holding that role right now. But let's not forget who and what we saw when it came down to 1,000-pound sisters. Tammy was definitely the black Flea of the family. The mother wasn't really concerned about.
She gave up on her.
She was like, nah, forget Tammy. Mm-hmm. So my thing is, if Tammy can have this whole rebirth to life and things like that, to where she got her health together, she's starting to get her mind right, she's out here dating the people she want to date and things of that nature, right? Amy, the same can happen for you. But the thing about it is Amy is so in the dumps. And truth be told, Amy don't even have to go as far as Tammy did. And I'm not talking about weight loss. I'm talking about how the family viewed Tammy. Tammy was really a menace on this show outside of 3 seasons. Maybe 3. 2 maybe. So that's why I'm like, I really don't understand why she left. I really don't understand why she got this whole idea of she is the black sheep. But I am happy for Tammy that she got the surgery, that she lost her wings, and now she got a jawline. I'm happy that Amanda was able to be there, and they was able to put aside whatever beef they have and things of that nature, even though I feel like, Amanda, you kind of hold some responsibility in that beef. And in this moment, hopefully, like, things will really turn out for Tammy.
So Tammy said Amy texted her saying, basically, peace out, bees. She felt like it was selfish of Amy to take out her frustrations on her. Tammy was under the knife, so she didn't do anything to her for her to leave her. Yeah. And she could understand that Amanda was exhausted and needed to sleep. She really wasn't worried about that.
Wow.
Tammy is going to be staying in a hotel for 2 weeks with a nurse to stay close to the doctors and go to her follow-up visits. Amanda and Chris end up going back home.
Yeah.
So Amy and Brian, they go to this wedding expo. She asked one of the vendors if their location was haunted. And she was happy that people let her talk about her wedding.
Well, here's the thing about it. These people also wants to be they want to be hired, right? And then on top of that, like, their job is to serve the customer of what to do when it comes to, you know what, how would you want your wedding and things like that. Here's the thing about it. These people also are not your family. Right. So because they are not your family, they don't know you, right? So many times than not, they don't know that you are someone that is very easy to make the same mistake over and over and over again. So they don't have any type of data to be like, oh, that's not crazy that you want to do this. They just be like, oh, this is unique.
Yeah.
And things
I'm
like
sure
that.
there are a lot of unique weddings that they probably participate in or vendor for.
Yeah.
So I absolutely agree with you. Like, these people aren't invested in you, Amy.
No. So, like, the whole idea that they letting you talk, it's like, well, that's what's supposed to happen.
But I'm glad that Amy found people that she can talk to about her wedding, because planning a wedding, getting married, all that stuff is really excited. The family is trying to hit her with some hard realities and some hard truths. And you do want to be able to have fun, happy conversation about something exciting that's going on in your life. So
yeah, but
I know, but it's like delusional at the same time.
As much as a part, his name is the new guy name is Brian.
Yeah.
Right. As much as Amy plays a part in this whole idea of basically, like, my family treats me like this and no one's happy about me, about marrying Brian and being in a wedding and things like that, Brian plays a big part in that too, right? Especially with Chris, right? I think we are sweeping under the rug, not us, but I think a lot of people are sweeping under the rug that, hey, Chris is basically the father figure of the family. He picks everybody up. He makes sure everybody's good. So everyone is really going off of how Chris feels about this union, right? He don't feel good about it because we heard him throughout the whole car ride of what's going to happen if both of y'all go to jail. He's talking to both of them as if he got 2 children in the back. So the main I think Amy is only looking at it as, y'all don't want to support me and y'all don't want to be happy for me. No, the whole point is we do not support this union. Y'all just got arrested together.
Yeah, y'all make dumb decisions together, so and y'all get charges when y'all together.
you don't need a husband to get in trouble with.
Yeah.
Like you get in trouble on your own, and now there's 2 of y'all. So now Chris is looking at it. That's another person I may have to look after now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Tammy comes back into town, and Amy invites Tammy over for lunch to explain why she left Pittsburgh. She feels like, she set a boundary and the family crossed her boundaries. So Amy said that she left because she got tired of Chris and Amanda making fun of her. Tammy said, well, you took it out on me. You know, you could have just stayed away from them. You didn't have to interact with them the whole time you were there. Tammy apparently recorded a video of Amy sleeping on the way to the airport and sent it in the group chat. And Amy's like, you guys are always talking bad about me. Y'all always making fun of me. And she and Tammy was just like, well, you also sent a picture of Glenn with a diaper on his head when Tammy had her bandages on to say, hey, this is what you look like, so to speak. So Amy starts crying. She doesn't see why they think she's the bad one. They don't even want to be at her wedding. And Tammy thinks Amy was upset to see the fact that she was successful and Amy's weight gain isn't her fault. Tammy tells her that she loves her. She misses the sister that she used to have. And Amy tells her she died when you said you wouldn't come to my wedding. And also you have haunted dolls. Tammy tells her the dolls are not demons. They're spirits. If they were demons, she would have got rid of them. And she also tells her, look, if you have the wedding somewhere else, we all said we would go. Stop making it seem like we're not wanting to come to your wedding. Amy tells us in the confessional, Tammy lost a little bit of weight. Now she wants to judge me. She needs to be taken down a couple of pegs, and I'm going to take her down a couple of pegs.
What are both of y'all talking about, truth be told? like it. I feel like even the cameraman wasn't in there. I feel like they put their camera downs in the corner and just let y'all talk, and we see like the angle as if the camera was on the floor. Here's the thing about it, right? I think we have to I think Tammy is projecting when it comes to her weight loss, right? And the thing about it is, it's impossible to be as big as Tammy was and almost on death's door as Tammy was and not think, oh, you're jealous of me because I lost my weight. It's too big of an accomplishment for her to feel like, oh, like this is not one of the reasons why you feel some type of way.
And the thing is, like, she's going to be pulling for straws because Amy is acting so irrational. So she's just like, I don't know what it is, but this is a huge thing that happened to me. So maybe that's why she's acting funny towards me.
Maybe, but Amy always been irrational. Amy always been irrational when Tammy was big. Amy been irrational when Tammy got smaller.
Amy used to be a little more rational.
Maybe, right?
Remember, her bills was paid. She paid her bills on time.
Listen, thank you. That is the least that she was
a responsible adult.
She was a responsible adult, while at the same time the doctor told her not to have any children. She did that. So that's why I'm like, Amy always been irrational. Amy always did things and found herself in a position to where she don't know why things are. She's been talking about getting this and I do think there is something to the family is all getting healthy, and now she's trying to take shortcuts talking about, hey doctor, when can you schedule me for that skin removal? He's like, what?
Yeah.
No, you ain't got skin. That's fat. Like, so I think there's something to the weight is an issue when it comes to Amy and Tammy's relationship, with the whole thing of, hey, guess what? Amy is now you are the black Flea, quote unquote, and Tammy is not. Tammy is now viewed almost on the same peg as Chris, almost. Right? But yeah, almost.
Not quite.
Right? Almost. Because Tammy got to go over there and basically check her sister. Right? Amy and Tammy supposed to be best friends.
Yeah.
So there is something to, I want to take sisters out of it. I just want to keep it the best friends. There is something to, hey, if you're my best friend, they talk about everything together, they do everything together, they are the ones that's on the front cover of the show. The show is built around their friendship and basically sisterhood. There is something to, hey, if you do support me, how come you're not coming to my wedding? As dumb as it may sound that I'm getting married in a haunted house, right? There are some things that I do draw a boundary. There is some things that I do draw a boundary to when it comes to that. But when it comes to my best friends, there's certain lines that I will cross because they are my best friend.
But I think that the part of the thing that we're also missing in the conversation is that Tammy is changing as a person.
That is true.
And I think for the longest time, Tammy had no standards. Tammy had no really thoughts about what she would and wouldn't participate in because she couldn't participate in a lot of things. So now that she has this agency and ability to do what she pleases, maybe a little bit influenced by her family too, because her and Amy were, toe to toe with the whole haunted, scary Halloween type of stuff. They was always, into all the same things. But now that Tammy has some agency, and I think that not that it's rubbing Amy the wrong way, but this is a new dynamic for their relationship.
Yeah.
Tammy can make choices now.
Yeah, no, that's true. And the thing about it is, to your point, Tammy really was the black flea of the family.
Yeah.
And now that she's moving up in the rankings, somebody got to take the role of the black flea. And Amy is choosing to take on that role. She did not have to take on this role to where everybody just basically shoo her away and things like that. So that's why I'm like, I think she do feel like, this is Amy, that, oh, Tammy got to be taken down the peg. Because there is something too, I don't think it's about the weight loss, but it's about the person. And subconsciously, you may feel like, Tammy, you may feel like your ish don't stink now, but let's not forget the other 200 seasons where you was literally trash. Like, do you get what I'm saying? And I had to come over here clean. I had to come over here take care of you. And now you feel like you ain't got your wings no more. Now your ball sack ain't dragging on the floor no more. Now you feel like you're better than me. You know what I mean? Now you lost this weight and you feel like you're a different person. And listen, everybody's right and everybody's wrong. Here's the thing about it. Amy need to grow up as what?
I was going to go on a ball sack.
Listen,
what ball sack? Oh, her thigh?
No, Tammy said that I don't have my ball sack no more. Remember the extra weight that she had between her legs?
Okay.
She said that they removed that, so she don't have the ball sack no more. That's what she said. That's what Tammy said in the show. Right? I'm going by what she said. Okay. Right? She said she don't got her ball sack no more.
Okay.
That's what she said.
Okay.
Right?
Right. I didn't remember her saying that. So.
Well, I just watched the episode.
Thank you for telling me.
Thank you. Right.
Yes.
So now there is this feeling of basically you think you're better than me, and everybody's right and everybody's wrong. Tammy is moving like she is better because she is better, right, compared to what she was. But at the same time, Amy is acting like a child. As Tammy said, hey, we're not doing the dramatic stuff today.
Yeah.
That's basically what she said. And she said, you know what? I lost my sister. I ain't got nobody to talk to. It is what it is.
Yeah. And that's all we got for this episode.
Listen here. Tonight's new episode of 1,000 Pound Sisters, we will record and release it sooner than we did these 2 episodes, okay? I apologize, but here's the thing about it. If everybody watched this show, if there was like 3,000, 10,000 views for the show, oh yeah, this show would be on the front. But guess what? I need y'all to subscribe, like, share, comment, and then, we would get the ball rolling. You get what I'm saying? But make sure if y'all don't watch this show, make sure if y'all only watch this show, check out the other shows too. The other shows are good too. At least check out the commentary because we still the same Chris and Blair.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's all I got.
We see y'all next time.
Bye.